All right, day seven. Day seven. All right, a little quick message that I have for today. First of all, yesterday was 4th of July, so that's exciting here in the US. And yeah, just the theme, obviously, it's freedom, right? And I got to think, okay, well, what does freedom mean for, okay, the country, but more individual, like with an individual lens, right? What does it mean for me? What does it mean for you? What kind of life does that life of freedom look like? And do you have that? Do I have that? And if you do, amazing. Like, I don't think a lot of people could say that. So, and if you don't, then why not? And I think that's when some of the questions really start getting quite deep, and you have to be brutally honest with yourself and say, like, answer to those questions. Why? Why am I not free? Like, first define what that freedom looks like to you, but also what does that look like? And then how do I obtain that if I don't have that? Is it within reach? Or is it so practically sitting down and saying, okay, like this is what it looks like, this is where I'm at. How do I close that gap? What steps do I need to take to reach that level? So that was kind of one thing that I wanted to share in terms of freedom. And I think that the second thing that I wanted to express and share was how voicing something and talking about something also lifts this weight off your shoulders to, maybe it's whatever it is, and I'm gonna make something up, but let's just say you've been wanting to have a conversation with your parents about something. Oh, light out. Okay. Let's see how this looks. All right, I mean, we're just gonna go with it. Just ran out of battery. All right, great. So, looks so pale now. I promise I've got some color. It's just like a bright white light. All right. Focus. Right. So the conversation with the parents, right? And it's something that is important to you to have that discussion, but it hasn't happened. Why? Well, XYZ reasons, right? There's always excuses. But when you finally have that discussion, and maybe it's not the easiest discussion, but when you finally have that discussion, it's kind of just like other aspects of life open up for you. Because, like, especially if you've been wanting to have a discussion, like an honest and raw discussion with them, and that releases other maybe emotions or thoughts that just were stuck, because this was a conversation that was essentially, this conversation was like a plug that kept everything else on backlog. So once you have that discussion, the floodgates open, right? Where it's just like, all right, now things are like flowing, whether it's thoughts, emotions, creativity, and yeah. So there's power into expressing something verbally, and quite frankly, even if it's not verbal, then at least doing it via a piece of paper, right? Journaling, writing, singing. Obviously, it's verbal as well, but yeah, I think that there's a lot of power behind that. So I just wanted to offer that also as a reminder, perhaps, right? Maybe you're already doing this, but to me, it was more being conscious of like, okay, like something that maybe something that I'm thinking, like I want to actually verbalize it. I want to talk about it. And I feel like it just speeds up life for the better, right? Instead of saying, okay, like I'm gonna have this discussion, but it's gonna be like 6 months from now or a year from now when I'm ready. I don't think we're ever ready. I think we are as ready as we could be, right? In the moment. So yeah, so that kind of just speaks to honesty and being truthful and just being raw, also being authentic and showing up, right? Just showing up. So it goes back full circle to the other videos. I'm going to leave it there. I think that just my last comment or question to you is, are you living a life of freedom? And if so, amazing, pat yourself on the back. And if not, then what do you have to do to reach that? Right? Are you aware of what that even looks like? And then second is just be conscious about like expressing yourself verbally, and then see what comes out of that, right? Like maybe more comes out than you expected, and especially having like hard discussions. So, all right, leave it there. You guys have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.